At the start of the story, we meet an alien named Key who lives on Mars. He has a special job of watching over the babies being born on the planet. In the meantime, the Queen of Mars visits Key and tells her that they need to take care of these babies. To do this, they need to program some new information into the mini-robots. So, the Queen asks Key to show her some mothers from Earth. Then Key shows her many mothers on Earth. The Queen picks the mother of a boy named Milo because she sees how carefully she teaches her child, which makes her really happy. Meanwhile, on Earth, Milo feels like his mom is too strict, and that's why he doesn't want to listen to her anymore. In night, his mom offers him a deal. If he finishes his dinner, he can watch a zombie movie. This makes Milo excited, but he still doesn't want to eat. After leaving her mom, he gives his food to the cat. When his mom sees the cat eating his dinner, she gets angry and tells Milo that if you just listen to me, my life would be happier. In a moment of anger, Milo snaps back that I would be happier if you weren't my mom. This makes his mom very sad, and she starts to cry. Later, when Milo tries to sleep, he can't because he feels bad for hurting her mom's feelings. Now, he decides to apologize, but when he gets to her room, he sees aliens taking his mom away to a spaceship. He rushes to save her, but as the spaceship lifts off, Milo gets caught up in it too, and ends up in the engine room. Soon, he loses consciousness because of the gravity. On Mars, the Queen steps out of the control room wearing an oxygen helmet. She gets really mad when she sees a painting by Key. In the meantime, Martian guards land their ship on Mars and bring Milo's mom down. The Queen approaches her and orders the guards to take her into the control room. They also find Milo, so they imprison him too. When Milo wakes up, he tries to escape from the prison. Suddenly, the pod gate opens, allowing him to get out. Because of the low gravity, he starts bouncing around and loses his balance. The prison lights begin to flicker off for security reasons. While this is happening, Milo hears a voice telling him to go to tunnel number 3. He's skeptical, but hearing the guards coming, he jumps into the third hall and ends up in a garbage area. There, he encounters a bunch of different aliens. Milo tries to explain that he means no harm and just wants to help his mom, but they don't understand and start hugging him. Just then, a spider robot appears and takes him away. The robot leads Milo to another human named Gribble, who has called him to the garbage area. Milo realizes that Gribble is a human just like him. Gribble is super excited to see Milo because it's been a long time since he met another human. He invites Milo into his room. Inside, Milo struggles to walk because of the low gravity, so Gribble helps him by giving him a heavy belt to make it easier. Gribble then shows Milo that the guards are looking for him in the cell since he vanished because of Gribble. He puts a translator on Milo's head, allowing him to understand what the Martian guards are saying. After that, Gribble leads Milo to a room where a friendly alien is already waiting. Gribble tells Milo to stay there. While he's in the room, Milo notices his mom on some kind of machine through a projector. Gribble quickly turns off the projector, but Milo insists that he needs to know what's happening. Gribble explains that Martian children need a mother. Every 25 years later, children pop up from the ground on Mars, and the Queen takes a mother from Earth. They hold onto the mother and use advanced technology to take the responsibility of raising the children from her and program it into mini-robots so they can take care of the Martian kids. That's why they kidnapped Milo's mom. Milo then asks what will happen to my mom after all this. Gribble tells him that the Martians will extract her memories and program them into the robot, and this will happen when the sun shines through a new telescope and hits his mom's body, which will destroy her body. Gribble doesn't tell Milo everything because he thinks Milo is too young to handle it. Now, Milo begs Gribble to save his mom. Gribble then handed him a Mars watch, explaining that he only had 6 hours and 50 minutes to rescue his mom from a laser beam coming from the sun. After that, Gribble got Milo ready to look like a Martian and launched him toward the Queen's palace using a rocket. He also connected Milo's location to his computer so he could track him and bring him back safely. When Milo landed, he crawled out of a hole and started to walk alongside the alien guards, trying to mimic their behavior. Gribble communicated with him through a walkie-talkie, letting him know that his mom was being held in a nearby building. But when Milo reached the checkpoint, the guards caught him because he was human. Gribble accidentally opened a side hole and couldn't help Milo in time. The Martian guards then taking Milo to jail trough an elevator. Gribble quickly opened the elevator door to rescue him, and as soon as Milo stepped out, Gribble shut the door, giving Milo a chance to escape. Gribble jokingly apologized for his earlier mistake and pointed Milo toward the exit. Unfortunately, Milo accidentally walked into another room and closed the door while trying to hide from the guards. He took off his helmet, which made it impossible for him to hear Gribble's directions. In a panic, Milo climbed out of a window to hide from the guards. While trying to escape, Milo spots Key, who is busy for painting. Seeing her, fear makes him stumble and start falling, but Key quickly comes to his rescue. She removes Milo's helmet to clean the paint, and when she sees his face, she realizes he is the Earthman they had captured earlier. Being a kind-hearted alien, Key wants to help him avoid the guards because she knows that if he gets caught again, he could be killed. She tells him that she is very excited to know about Earth, but Milo doesn't trust her and starts to run away. Key follows him and assures him that she means no harm and won't try to catch him. She then takes out the location chip from Milo. After that, Key asks Milo if he knows how to dance since he is from Earth, and when she starts talking about Earth movies, Milo questions her about how she learned to speak English, since Martians don't know the language. He explains that she used to work in the administrator unit and overheard the Queen discussing top-secret Earth documents. She learned a lot about humans and collected data because she admired their culture, even picking up painting and English along the way. But Milo interrupts her, saying he doesn't care about her story. He just wants to save his mom because she loves him very much. This surprises Key because she has never experienced love, and she was brought up by tiny robots. Without wasting any time, Milo leaps into a tunnel that leads him to again Garbage City, where Gribble lives. However, when he arrives at Gribble's home, he finds it in ruins, and Gribble is nowhere to be found. While searching, Milo discovers a t-shirt featuring a picture of Gribble and his mom, learning that Gribble's real name is George Ribble. Determined to find Gribble, Milo saves the spider robot and insists they must locate him quickly. The robot then informs Milo that Gribble has been captured by the Martian guards and is in grave danger. Without hesitation, Milo and the robot rush off to rescue Gribble. Meanwhile, Gribble is being dragged away by the guards, who have tightly bound his hands and feet to prevent his escape. He pleads with the Queen, explaining his inventions and how he has always been helpful, but she shows no interest and orders his execution. Just as the guards begin to shoot, Milo arrives with the spider robot and attacks to save Gribble. In response, the Queen commands all her Martian guards to eliminate them, but Key steps in heroically and hands Milo a gun to help them escape. Then Milo started shooting at the ground, creating a hole that allowed him to rescue Gribble and bring him back to the City of Waste, where they were welcomed by other good aliens. Just then, a bunch of guards showed up and began attacking, so they start running for their lives. Then all good aliens hands to help them get away. In the chaos, they fell into a river, and once they got out, Milo used the gun to free Gribble's hands. Gribble, scared, grabbed the gun and threw it away, but Milo kept it for himself. He urged Gribble to hurry so they could save his mom, but Gribble was hesitant, saying they couldn't face the Martians again. He felt they barely escaped this time and didn't want to return to the Martian lab. As Gribble started to walk away, Milo called him by his real name, making him stop. Milo then showed Gribble a picture of him and his mom, which made Gribble tear up because he missed her so much. Gribble then shared that he used to be a good kid who always helped his mom with her chores. His mom was brought here because she had controlled him very well. And when he tried to save her with an oxygen helmet, he didn't realize that the sunlight would separate them forever. Now after everything, Gribble decides to help Milo rescue his mom, promising that he won't let anything bad happen to him this time. Just then, Key arrives, but Gribble gets scared and runs away. Milo reassures him that Key is his friend and a good Martian who helped them. Then Key suggests that they should leave from here quickly because the guards could show up at any moment. So they all start to run. As they starting flee, Gribble notices a painting that Key made, and he starts to develop a crush on her, his face turning red. Milo points out that everyone has a family, including Key, and explains that parents love their kids, but the Queen kidnaps moms from Earth to raise children. This makes Key realize that the Queen lied to them about not having families and raised them with robots instead. To expose the Queen's lies, she takes the family photo. Eventually, they all make it to the Martian lab to save Milo's mom. Key warns him that his mom will soon be dead through the sunlight, so he needs to rescue her and get her to the ship before that happens. However, they discover that Milo's mom is far away. With the help of the spider robot, he guides them to a building close to where Milo's mom is. He pretends to capture them and takes them to jail, but when the guards try to send them there, she seizes the chance to knock them out. Gribble then turns off all the cameras to help them escape. Then they all head towards Milo's mom. After a little while, they notice that some Martian guards are preparing a rocket for takeoff. Gribble then hacks into the system, triggering an alarm that forces all the guards to leave the rocket room, allowing Milo and his friends to sneak into the ship easily. From here, Milo rushes to save his mom while Gribble and Key get the rocket ready for them to go back to the Earth. As Milo runs to find his mom, he accidentally falls into a pit, losing his connection with Gribble. He struggles to climb out, but as rocks start to break, he starts falling again. Luckily, Gribble arrives just in time to rescue him from falling further. With little time left, Gribble uses his mini-rocket to help Milo reach his mom. However, the Queen sees this and orders an attack on them. Gribble realizes the danger and tries to keep the Martians from coming out of the gate, but he gets shocked by an electric current in the process. Meanwhile, Milo reaches his mom and tries to free her, but the lock is stuck. Just then, he sees the laser from the sun heading towards her, so he uses the gun which he has. Now he breaks the locks and save her. In the meantime, the sun's rays cause all the Martian systems to crash. At that moment, the good aliens emerge from the tunnel and start fighting the Queen's guards, while the newborn aliens join in the chaos. On the other side, Key prepared the rocket for their journey back to Earth. Milo carefully placed a helmet on his mother's head before stepping out of the machine. They both began to run towards the rocket, but suddenly, the Queen burst through the gate, aiming her gun directly at Milo. She fired, shattering Milo's helmet, and in a desperate attempt to protect her son, Milo's mom quickly donned her own helmet, only to collapse unconscious from the effort. Milo was heartbroken and cried out in distress. Meanwhile, Gribble dashed away and found the helmet he had bought for his mom. Then he rushed back and placed it on Milo's mom, saving her life. Gratefully, Milo apologized for his past mistakes to his mom, and the Martian aliens witnessed the powerful bond between mother and child. He took charge of the ship, landing it safely for Milo and his mom, but just as they were about to board, the Queen blocked their path, threatening them with death. He bravely confronted the Queen, knocking the gun from her hand, but the guards arrived, preventing their escape. He then explained to everyone that they had once lived with their families, but the Queen had raised them with robots, believing that men were lazy and only wanted to have fun, which kept them away from their parents' love. The guards, realizing the truth, seized the Queen and imprisoned her, bringing joy to the Martians who celebrated their newfound freedom. Afterward, Milo, his mom, and Gribble returned to Earth. Once they landed, Gribble announced that he had changed his mind and wanted to stay on Mars with Key, as they had developed feelings for each other. Milo asked when they could meet again, and Gribble assured him that he would always stay in touch, bringing smiles to everyone's faces before they head back to Mars. Meanwhile, Milo and his mom return home, excited to reunite with Milo's dad. After their happy reunion, Milo helps his mom with all the chores around the house. And just like that, the fantastic movie comes to an end. If you enjoyed the film, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thank you.